as their guys will match up with the Chicago Bears. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there on the first play of the game. Give him 52 yards on the ground.
First down, Chicago.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. 5.
After the turnover, here's Greer. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Wahoo! 58, Mike. We own them. Ready?
3rd and 2, Greer. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complimentary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Greer. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 2.
They are going for it. Here's Greer. That's complete to Meredith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
On 1st down, it's Greer. Forced out to his left. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a 1st down throw. Greer. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Yes.
58 to Mike. Bandit. 58 right over there.
On 2nd down, here's Greer. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this 1st quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Hey, Echo. Look at me. Go off now.
On 3rd and long, here's Greer. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On fourth, they'll go again and try it once more.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
Ready?
Here we go on fourth. Greer. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
A reminder that we kick off Week 4 on Thursday night. A good one in Lambeau. Eagles and Packers, two teams with eyes on the playoffs this year in the NFC. Coverage starting at 8:20 Eastern. And hard to believe it. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, I-7.
Check. Motion.
Now Trubisky to throw. And that's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alert.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. 1st down, a run with Cohen. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the screen. Tight go.
Hey, 18. Hey, exit. Lock in. Red, up.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Alert. Red, up.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown. Here of the new campaign, and the Bears are in for 6. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Redskins nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
They're running it.
On 1st and 10, Greer. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 23 yards on the tuck and run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball in the coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike.
First down, Greer. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Shoot.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Greer. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Greer. There he goes inside the 30. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, 58 is a Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. I'm coming after you.
Look at me. Zip. Let's go.
They snap it to Greer. Jordan Reed has it. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Hand off to Thompson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check three.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. You don't want
Snap.
Now Greer on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check three.
Hey, 18. Hey, alert.
Motion,
Hey, zoom. Go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Ball. Hey, alert. Hey, echo.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Yeah. Check 31.
Rock it. Hey, Charlie. Hey. Ready?
A final shot before the break. Greer, he'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. So we reach halftime with it, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Hey, high 7.
58, boys, 58, it's Mike. Hey, they're scared.
Greer on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. Here's Greer again. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Back to throw, Greer. He's got Thompson here, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Check it back.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Trubisky. But he completes it to Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
And the Bears' 1st down.
Alert! 180! Under pressure. Hey, wahoo!
You got tight.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan, his 2nd sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
After the sack on 1st down, Trubisky, he's going to slink into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Go! Now!
58, boys. 58. 58. Mike.
After the turnover, here's Greer. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Got to give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and hit that one home run before this one's over.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
And the Washington Redskins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Down! 10-2 stop.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Get it.
Again, Greer to Thompson on the screen. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets them 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Be driven.
Looking to throw again on second down. Greer. This is caught. 22 yards there, a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll go to Pirine, trying to pound it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Samaje Pirine, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. The extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with a give to Cohen. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check, crouch. Blue. Hey, seam 6.
26 Mike. Watch the slant.
Throwing here, Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, Orbit.
26 Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Alert.
From the 44, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run for it. This is White. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push there. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Now a first down throw, Greer. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And at his size, he's a smaller back. He can get into football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hey, Haywood. Yeah.
At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Danny. Check.
Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Greer. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Roquan Smith in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Greer, and that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Go.
Target. At 58 is the mic.
Yep.
Go 58 is the mic. Watch the curls. 58 is the mic.
Here we go on 4th. Greer. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Watch the run.
On 1st down, Cohen. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. The point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set, ready? 90 Wolf. Bam. Protein spill.
Check.
Hey, Echo. 5.
Throwing in a big spot, the rookie Greer. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
The tackle made by Jonathan Boston. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Switch gears, switch gears.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And this one is right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
We go! 60 outlaw.
First down, defense. 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
Hey, Charlie. 2.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
10 logo.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves,